Rubber-Dub Subs, Black Metal Werewolf here, making a new video for this week. So, last week I did a video about a Q&A, and I said that I got so many questions that I couldn't possibly answer them all in one video. And I also said that I got some really good questions that warranted their own videos, and that's what this week is. Someone asked me such a great question that there's enough material there to make an entire video about it. So the question was, should metal become censored so it can get into mainstream, or do I believe that it should stay uncensored to stay underground? So first of all, I want to say, what defines mainstream, I think mainstream can be defined as music and music videos being on the radio or the television to reach a much wider audience. I'd also like to say that I think censorship is bullshit in any context, be it you're censoring someone's music, movies, television shows, video games, poetry, writing, anything. I think censorship is bullshit. Everyone knows that. You'd have to be some sort of fucked up dictator to believe that it's okay to censor someone because of your wishes. I think it's ridiculous. Censorship should not be allowed anywhere in anything. I understand there are some things inappropriate for people, that they find things disgusting or offensive, but it's easy as, not expose intentionally. If you think something like a TV show like Trailer Park Boys, you don't want your kids watching that. Should Trailer Park Boys be censored? No. Maybe you should just pay more attention to your children and not let them watch a TV show with a lot of adult themes and shit like that. So you shouldn't censor the show or the music or whatever. You should just intentionally put things that you like around you, not or around your children or whatever. So, but should metal be censored to become mainstream? I say no. I don't think any sort of, even if I understand metal is a niche market, it doesn't speak to everybody, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't expect it to. I understand that something like rap music or pop music, that's why those get played on the radio much more, because it appeals to a wider audience. Whereas even though heavy metal has such a gigantic fan base, it just doesn't speak to that many people. If someone's sitting in a car driving their kids to school or something, maybe they don't want to listen to heavy metal, they just want to turn something on and have some easy listening station or whatever. I understand that completely. But then again, I don't think that someone's artistic vision should be compromised just to be put on the radio. That's ridiculous. I believe either play something in its entirety, uncensored, or don't play it at all. I believe it was in 2009 or 2010, Marilyn Manson, he's still trying to stay relevant. He released the album High End of Low, and there was a song on it called Armagoddamn Motherfucking Geddon. And I remember I saw the music video for that on one of the Canadian music channels. It's called Much Music. And they played that song, and they chopped it up, and the song became Arma blank 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 Geddon. So what the fuck was the point of even playing the music video if you're going to censor so much? He couldn't say fuck. He couldn't say goddamn. He couldn't say abortion. He couldn't say satanic. So I believe that it was chopped up so much that what's the point? You're taking all the edge out of the music. There's no point in playing something if you're going to butcher it and destroy someone's artistic vision that much. Why? There's no edge to it. They're not exposing people to the actual product if you're going to be butchering it like that. I'd rather it not be played on the television at all, opposed to having it censored like that. But then again, I think the media intentionally censors things they want to censor and not things they don't want to censor. Because I remember around that time period, Lady Gaga was still something. Remember that time when everyone thought that dumbass was popular and talented and shit? And I remember I saw one of her videos. She was on part of the video. She's on a bus or a subway or something, and she's fucking rubbing her clit, fucking fingering herself. That is acceptable to put on television, but Marilyn Manson saying goddamn, or Marilyn Manson saying satanic or abortion, that is suddenly unacceptable. But some girl fucking jacking herself off, that's perfectly acceptable to be putting on television. So I truthfully do believe that the media intentionally censors things that they want censored and lets other popular things slide by because it appeals to a wider audience. That's the way I feel about it. I can't say I've ever really seen a legitimately heavy metal band music video on television. I don't think I've ever seen a Slayer music video on television. Thank God for the internet, so I could get any type of music video I want on there. But if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. I'd rather see things completely uncensored on the internet, opposed to seeing some bastardized version of a song or a music video put on the radio or the television. There's no point in it. Someone's artistic vision should not be bastardized just so some parent doesn't, call the radio station and say, oh, how dare you put something that I don't approve of on the radio? Or how dare you, I let my child watch Trailer Park Boys and I don't like that they say fuck and they say shit and they say cock on there. So, like, your sensibilities now have to dictate the rest of the fucking world? Well, then fine. Fuck you. I'd rather get satellite radio where I can intentionally find a heavy metal channel and listen to heavy metal music. Or, better yet, just go on the internet or buy a CD and listen to it in its entirety by itself. I understand that a lot of people want heavy metal to reach a wide variety because we think that our music is superior, and I'm willing to bet that it is. However, I understand that not everybody likes it, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not trying to force anybody to like my type of music. If it doesn't get radio play, then it doesn't get radio play. I loved Slayer's last album, but I know the song Repentless is not going to get played on the radio, and I'm fine with that. I'll just listen to it by myself. It doesn't anger me that other people don't like it. I just don't listen to the radio because I know they're not going to play songs that I like, so why would I even waste my own time listening to something that I know I'm not going to like, right? So that's my opinion on it. I don't believe that censorship should be involved in anyone's artistic vision, whatever it is, be it television, movies, video games, anything like that. That reminds me, do you guys remember the video game Left 4 Dead? Well, apparently the censorship laws in Australia are through the roof, and I heard that the video game Left 4 Dead, they've edited it so the blood isn't red, it's brown. And there are these big fat zombies in it where you can shoot, and when you shoot them, they explode, right? And they'll like throw guts and shit at the screen and you can't see. So they turned the blood from red to brown. So, because apparently red blood is inappropriate, but when you shoot a zombie and a diarrhea bomb goes off, that's perfectly fine. See how fucked up censorship laws are? They're so ass backwards and ridiculous that they don't even make sense. That some things are inappropriate and some things are. Even though I'd rather get a face full of blood than a face full of diarrhea. I'd rather see Marilyn Manson say the word abortion than see Lady Gaga finger herself. See how fucking ridiculous it is and how ass backward it is? So that's what I have to say about that. Censorship is fucking retarded. I'd rather not see bastardized music on the radio. I'd rather just see it in its entirety on the internet or when I buy a CD. So like my last videos, I do album recommendations or album warnings. So here's probably one of what I think is one of the best metal albums ever made. It's Sabotage, Hall of the Mountain King. I've talked about Sabotage before, but in case you haven't gotten the message, you guys should fucking listen to Sabotage. They are one of the best bands ever. Like I said, it's one of the best albums I think has ever been made. There's only one song on this I don't like, and that's the song White Witch. The rest of the album is fucking gold. Beyond the Doors of the Dark, awesome. Strange Wings, awesome. Prelude into Madness, awesome. The title track, Hall of the Mountain King, awesome. Devastation, awesome. The Price You Pay, awesome. This album is solid through and through. If you people have never listened to Sabotage, go out and listen to Sabotage. Buy it. Download it. Listen to it on YouTube. Anything. Listen to fucking Sabotage. I guarantee you will not regret it. So that's it for today's video. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out some of my past videos as well. Also, don't forget to comment and tell me what you think of today's topic. I try to read them all, and I even try to respond to as many as I can as well. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be throwing that in the description section as always. Once again, thank you very much for watching, guys. This is Black Metal Werewolf. Stay brutal.